In 450 BC, all laws were written down on 12 large bronze tablets that were up in the Roman Forum.
This is the public square, otherwise known as the Forum. It is a very busy district, usually filled with many people either shopping or conversing. It is also known to hold many different types of celebrations.
Hey! So, yeah, showed the Coliseum. Yeah. It was so cool.
I know, they flooded it.
I know, right? I had no idea. Oh, see ya.
Hey!
Hi.
It's nice to see you at the Forum.
Yeah.
So, how are things?
Good.
How's your family?
Good.
Hey, did you hear about this one guy who told this other guy that his sister's pet goldfish died?
No!
Isn't that awesome?
I know!
I'm so going to that funeral, and it's probably going to be held right here.
Probably.
Probably next to this other goldfish grave. Bye! Bye! The patricians were the wealthy and the upper class. The plebeians were the middle and lower class.
The patricians were the wealthy and upper class, and the plebeians, going down the scale, were down here.
The plebeians had a plebeian council, and the patricians had a patrician system, which is whatever the father did at work is what would be passed down to his son.
Some of the inventions that the Romans had during this period were aqueducts, the arch and dome, concrete, and even elevators. And aqueducts was probably one of the biggest inventions that they had because it allowed for easy water supply into the cities.
In ancient Rome, they had a population assembly, which were made up of citizens. They also had magistrates, which were made up of the Senate and the people. There were 2 consuls, and they had censors, which were people that recorded taxes. They also had a praetor, which is another name for a judge, and a constrates, which checks the balances. These are called elevators. They had them in ancient Rome.
One of the inventions was the arches that the Romans built. And yes, it looks like a McDonald's. That is a lie. It is not McDonald's.
The Punic Wars were a series of 3 wars fought between Rome and Carthage from 264 BC to 146 BC.
The main cause of the wars was the conflict of interest between the Carthaginian Empire and the expanding Roman Republic. The Romans were interested in the expansion from Sicily, part of which lay under Carthaginian control. When the First Punic War started, Carthage was the dominant power of the West Mediterranean with an extensive naval naval base, I guess, while Rome was rapidly increasing power in Italy, but it didn't have very good naval power compared to Carthage. By the end of the Third War, after more than 100 years and loss of many hundreds of soldiers from both sides, Rome conquered Carthage's empire and completely destroyed the city, and it became the most powerful state of the Mediterranean, or Western Mediterranean. And the Roman victories over Carthage in these wars gave Rome a preeminent status that it would retain until the 5th century AD.
The Senate did not approve of Caesar, and they wanted to kill him. On March 15th, they planned to kill Caesar. We need to get rid of Caesar now.
I agree. Sure. Let's get it done.
On March 15th,
Yes.
he will come and we will kill him. No one needs to tell him this.
Motion approved.
I would hope so. Motion carried. Caesar was forewarned of this, but he ignored it. Before dying at Pompey's feet after being stabbed 32 times, Brutus stabs him and gives the final blow. And before he dies, Caesar says, "Et tu, Brute."
Which means, you too, Brutus.
Yes.
Dying at Pompey's feet.
As you know, all good things must come to an end. For Rome, it was too big to govern, prices went up and trade went down, there were lower birth rates, and soldiers were less loyal because they didn't farm the land. So there was a corrupt military.
And that's how they walked.
Are you okay?
What? Nah! Stop trying to kill me. You're so mean. Stop it. I got you up.
Sponsored by McDonald's.
Sponsored by.
Ba-da-ba.